and you don't seem to understand. A shame you seemed an honest man.
It has been quite the day, and this light is shining right into my eyeballs, which is not helping my headache, but it's dark in here, so it's fine. I'm gonna make this short and sweet. I woke up this morning in a gunquit and said my farewells, and I have hit the road today on my route to New York City. So my plan has been to do the H.P. Lovecraft tourism spots, and then after Providence, Rhode Island, stopping in Mystic, Connecticut, and then probably ending up in the city after that. However, I have also always planned on stopping back at this vegan restaurant in Quincy, Massachusetts on my way out of a gunquit. So I did Newbury Port today. I was going to do Marblehead tomorrow morning, and then in the afternoon I was going to go to Garden Patch by the Sea, a vegan restaurant in Quincy, Massachusetts. One of the only places I've ever seen to do vegan seafood, and the only place I have ever seen to ever do a vegan clam chowder. And when I tell you, the temptation to break vegetarian edge and order clam chowder has been so unreal. Because I'm in New England and I used to love clam chowder and everyone's always eating it and I see it everywhere, and I just wanted it so badly. So that was my plan. And then I looked up the hours. They're closed Saturdays and Sundays. It's Friday today. So I was like, fuck. Does this clam chowder mean that much to me? Yeah, it does. So we took an hour detour to get this fucking clam chowder. Got the clam chowder and I was like, okay, I've been a vegetarian for 10 years. It has been 10 years since I've had clam chowder. This better be worth it. The last time I was there, I had their vegan lobster roll sandwich and it was delicious. So I have high hopes, but I was like, okay, if I'm gonna eat clam chowder once in 10 years, it has to be perfect. And so I needed a bread bowl. And I planned on just staying in Quincy tonight and going to Marblehead in the morning for the H.P. Lovecraft tourism shit. Couldn't happen because the Panera up the street didn't have bread bowls left. The Panera 20 minutes away didn't have bread bowls left. So I said, fuck it. If I'm doing this, I'm doing it right, goddammit. So I drove out to Marblehead. Technically, I'm in South Salem. I'm not in Marblehead. And I called ahead of time. I was like, please tell me you have bread bowls left. And she was like, yeah, we have a lot. I was like, fuck yeah. So I drive 45 minutes to go and get this bread bowl. And I am just so tired of driving now. I'm ready to chill. I'm ready to eat this fucking clam chowder. We are about to warm this bad boy back up. And then we are going to crash at this Planet Fitness. Hopefully. I stayed at this Planet Fitness when I was in Salem about a month ago. Technically, you're not supposed to stay overnight at this one, but it is a 24-hour location. However, it's peak tourism in Salem right now, so I might not get away with it this time, but we're gonna try, because goddamn, I'm just not driving anymore. I'm ready to eat my fucking clam chowder, sit down, and watch Fall of the House of Usher. That's all I want, and it's what I'm gonna get. Oh my god, guys. They give you garlic bread to go with it, too. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Let's try it. Let's try it. It's so good. It's so good. It's everything I hoped it would be. I feel like I could cry. It's been such a day, and this is everything I could have wanted and more. We made it to Marblehead, baby, and our first stop is a graveyard, but not just any graveyard, Old Burial Hill. Old Burial Hill is one of the oldest graveyards in all of New England. H.P. Lovecraft wrote about it. I'm making an H.P. Lovecraft video right now, but I'm really lazy because I have a lot of voiceover to do for that one. So I don't know when it's going to come out. But This cemetery is so stunning. You get views of the water, and I got this cherry Danish for free last night because I was so butthurt that they didn't have bread bowls. The guy was like, here, take any pastry you want for free. So that was my breakfast / lunch. But this entire town is so stunning. Everything is so historic, probably hella expensive, but I loved it. And then there's this conservation area right outside when you're leaving, so of course I had to stop for more water views. And it was golden hour and just so picturesque. Dude is looking sexy, Marblehead sign in the background. What a gorgeous little shot. But I am foolish, and I had to drive through Salem in October during rush hour. It was insane. I'm so glad I went in September. I felt so bad for the stupid little traffic cops out there. All right, we took our little nap at Whole Foods, and we ate dinner at Whole Foods because I'm stupid, and I don't know why I chose to leave Marblehead at the time that I did, because that set me up for exact rush hour through Boston. And I had to drive through Salem in October. All around dumb choices. So I sat in that rush hour for 10 minutes and I was like, fuck this. We just filled up our gas tank. We are not wasting gas. We are not fucking with this 30-year-old van's transmission like this with the stop and go, stop and go, stop and go. We are getting ourselves some food and taking a nap because I had only eaten that pastry in the cemetery all day. So I was starving. I was hangry. I was stressed out. I was sweaty. It was much needed. My food was delicious. As always, the Whole Foods buffet is overpriced, but it always hits the spot. And now we are going to head to Providence. God willing, the traffic is much better now. It definitely should be. But Boston is rancid, so it's gonna be annoying no matter what. All right, bye. We are chilling at the service station we slept at last night. I'll give y'all the quick tour. And we are letting Dune warm up this very cold morning. We are in Massachusetts, heading towards Providence, Rhode Island, where I will continue my Lovecraft tourism. Right now, we are about to eat our guilty pleasure breakfast. Mickey D's. I never ever eat McDonald's. There's not a single thing I can eat there as a vegetarian, but their breakfast, on the other hand, this is my favorite breakfast item in the whole world. Egg and cheese McGriddle. But I only get McDonald's breakfast when I'm traveling. I don't ever just go through for breakfast on a normal day. And you know what? If I did, I don't think I'd like it as much. And, you know, we had to do it. What's a Mickey D's without the hash brown? You always gotta have that hash brown. Crispy. I'm gonna scarf this down and then we are going to get driving. Next at Providence, Rhode Island. I met someone here who was like, I hate it here. But I was actually surprised because I actually loved it here. I firstly went to the Lovecraft store, of course, and everything here is so Lovecraftian because this was his turf. But I'm not going to talk too much about him because I guess I have a video all about it in the works. Prospect Park, though, this is where H.P. Lovecraft would sit and do his thing. You get beautiful views of the city, and it's in the College Hill neighborhood, which is filled with historic buildings and houses. It's gorgeous. And then I made my way down to the river, caught a beautiful sunset, and went to this vegan restaurant here. It was like 5 vegan restaurants in one building. I went to the American style one, and honestly, it was so mid for like the price of everything. The chili cheese fries were just baked beans and yellow like cashew cheese. It was so bad, dude. Anyways, moving on. I went to see H.P. Lovecraft's grave and I felt so bad. I came empty-handed because there was all these little cute offerings on it. And it was just the most gloomiest, rainy fall day in the cemetery. I promise I'm not speeding in this clip. I just have it on 2x speed. But it was a vibe. And then I went to the Nitro Bar because I always see it on TikTok. The avocado toast was gross. Don't order it. But the cherry latte was delish. All right, we are still in Providence, Rhode Island. I did not plan for this to be how I spent my second day here, but in my gut, I knew this is probably how I'd spend my second day here. So my brake light has gone on and off multiple times. My brakes kept getting more and more sketchy as I continue to drive, and Providence is full of these giant hills, so I was feeling it. And I'm glad I went into the shop. I bit the bullet and I did it, but I need my entire front brakes replaced, which is not cheap and really fucking sucks. This is the day. Honestly, if my van's in pretty good shape besides just needing to replace some brakes, you know, I could be more upset. I mean, yeah, it's not cheap and it sucks, but it's a lot easier than, you know, it not running. But at what cost? God damn! Then my last night in Providence, I went to Myrtle Bar that was right down the road from the mechanic I was sitting at all day. And they were doing a showing of Critters. Actually, who's going to tell me Critters is better than Gremlins? Critters was good. And then they had a band play afterwards. And it was just a nice way to kind of like chill out and feel myself again after that day. And then I hit the road in the morning. I stopped in Mystic, Connecticut because an old coworker of mine would never shut up about this town, so I had to see what the hype was about. And I went to the village here that's like full of little shops. My first stop was this horror bookstore connected to the Alice in Wonderland tea room, and it was awesome. My very first stop, and I had already left with a purchase. And then I went to the Harry Potter-esque store here. I'm a Ravenclaw, but fuck J.K. Rowling. She can get hit by my car. And they had other stuff in here too, like Lord of the Rings stuff and even Skyrim stuff. And they had a coffee shop attached to it as well. It was very cozy in here. I liked the vibe. Then I went to this really awesome anime store in here. I've never been into like a real anime store, just like, you know, like Hot Topic or Spencer's or something like that, or like a bookstore that had like an anime section. So this was awesome. And they had little Kyo. I love shopping like snacks from other countries, so this was my little haul. The Dragon Ball Z drink was horrible. I drank it anyways because I really needed caffeine, but it was so bad. And then I tried this strawberry Swiss cake roll thing. I was so excited to try it, but it had like no filling. The filling to bread ratio was terrible, so very mid, but I ate the whole thing anyways. So, and then a little outside of town, I went to this cider mill. It's one of the last like steam powered cider mills in the country or something like that. It was very cutesy, perfect for fall photos. There was like photographers there and everything. They have hard cider and regular cider, and you know I like to get my drink on, so I got a hard cider, and I did the tasting and everything, but I think having a full cup of it, I was like, wow, this shit's strong. So I only drank like half of it because then I had to drive to the downtown area, and I caught the beautiful sunset and the downtown on the bridge on the water and went to some of these little shops, and that was it.